Hey, what's up guys, Sir Emanon here, and welcome to another feature match commentary on the channel today. So this is the top 16 of the 3v3 LCS that's happening this weekend, and this is going to be featuring Cloud Strife 189, aka Trey Massengale, who's going to be playing Eldlich Dragoon, versus OzManiac27, better known as Blade Yu-Gi-Oh, going to be playing Trap Shaddolls. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Obviously, be sure to subscribe to Blade's channel. We're going to go ahead and just get right in after the match actually starts here. So this should be a pretty grindy matchup. I did want to feature Blade. They are tying 50 times in a row, but looks like Eldlich Dragoon going to be winning the RPS and going to opt to start 42 versus 40 cards. The opening hand for Eldlich Dragoon is going to be Scarlet, Curse Eldlin, Extravagance, Golden Lord, and Extravagance again. So just a lot of Eldlich cards, but this hand's pretty solid. It's going to be a Trap Mirror, so going to be super grindy in a long match. And then the opening hand for Blade, aka the Trap Shaddoll deck, is going to be Ash, Skullmeister, Punishment, Trap Trick, Gamma. We actually haven't really seen that much Skullmeister. I think this might be the first time the entire tournament. A lot of people really not playing Meister as much, and Bella dropped off in popularity too. But lots of hand traps, some pseudo starters. It's going to be definitely a lot of back and forth. Main phase 1, gonna activate Pot of Extravagance. That's going to banish 6 and then draw 2. You definitely just hold Ash. I don't ever think Ashing Extravagance is correct. Just because like there's so many matchups where you want to Ash better cards like Misk against Dino or this card in this matchup. Let's see what the banishes. Ash's Code, Link Spider, Dragoon, BLS, and the Train and Unicorn. Definitely has to be multiple Dragoon in there, of course. Curse Eldlin, that's going to pay 100 to search for Conquistador. And then get activate Red Fusion, that's going to get ashed. And then going to set 2 and then pass. For turn, the top deck's going to be another punishment. So just going to set 3 and pass. End phase going to activate Scarlet. That's going to summon out Golden Lord. And then going to pass. Top deck's a copy of Walkero, pretty good. Main phase 1 can activate another Pot of Extravagance. That's going to banish 6. And then going to chain Scarlet to set Conquistador. And then going to draw into Droll Nibiru. Not too bad in general, but in this matchup, it's not going to be that good. Also, I just got pinged on Discord. That's why I was kind of checking there. Let's see what else is banished. Fiber, Zeus, and I think those are all 3 Dragoons banished. So Red Ice Fusion is now off for the rest of the game. Going to pay 100 for Curse Eldlin. That's going to search for another copy of Conquistador. And then Lord going to send the Trap Trick. That's going to be chained. And that's going to grab Ice Dragon's Prison. Super good against Eldlich. Now, now that there's a second Lord in grave, that played right into it. Big. That's going to be very big. Going to enter battle phase. Attack for 25. Going to take it. Main phase 2, going to set Walkero. Now, Blade knows that there's a Conquistador set, so if you chain Ice Dragon's Prison, they could chain Conquistador to pop their own Lord, so that there's at least one Lord that's not going to be banished. I mean, the Conch would get banished still, but that's like something to note. I'm also trying to get this match out pretty fast because I want to commentate top 8 live, hopefully. But let's see. Lord Effect is going to send Curse Eldlin, thinking that's going to actually be allowed. So Curse Eldlin going to be let's see, contemplated on, it looks like. So no curse effect, gonna move to end phase. Gonna Skullmeister the Conquistador. So yeah, again, holding on to this Ice Dragon's Prison, just because, again, want to get higher value out of it, which is fair. Yeah. And then gonna draw Pot of Duality for turn. So this is something that actually I've heard from this team that they were testing. So this is pretty cool. Activate Pot of Duality, that's gonna banish or excavate Schism, Meister, and Dynamiscus. Not great here, honestly. Gonna grab Schism. That's gonna be a bit delayed, but it works well with the set punishments. And then thinking on Resolution, going to activate Droll. That's fine. Going to set and pass. End phase, gonna Walkero. And then that's going to banish the Ash out of Graveyard. Pretty interesting. Choosing to use it there. Draws Summon Limit for turn, so main deck the Floodgate. This is pretty close, but Eldlich is really far into its engine right now. So he's able to play the game a lot, but Blade has good inevitability at the moment. It's going to be hard to determine who wins this right now. Gonna go to battle phase. Punishment, gonna target Lord, and then gonna send App Cologne. And then App Cologne effect, that's gonna search Wendy, and then pitch it. Wendy gonna summon Beast. And then, okay, yeah, so he declared with Walkero. So just gonna replay, gonna flip a Beast, that's gonna use its effect, gonna draw 2 and then pitch Duality, and then going to go for Lord to attack for another 25, and then going to set summon limit, and then make a Link 2 play, gonna go for Masquerena, and then gonna Lord send summon limit. Yeah, which is probably gonna be dead considering, you know, Blade's playing Duality, right? So probably not gonna make a lot of use out of this. Lord gonna hit the board, and then gonna pass. End phase, Walkero effect. That's gonna set Scarlet. It's actually really good that he's not drawing any of his like Red Eyes fusions, or I assume he's playing Insight. End phase gonna Ice Dragon's Prison target Lord, and then gonna Chain Conquistador. Yeah, so that's going to go ahead and pop his Lord, and then. Oh, yeah, right. He can't because it's protected by its own effect. It can't be destroyed by either player's card effects. So really smart by Blade for waiting there. Yeah, so gonna banish both, and then that play is probably gonna win him the game, honestly. That's like a really, really good play. I wonder if he's playing a third copy of Lord, but now it's very susceptible to like Dynamiscus, which we saw. So that is a very, very strong Ice Dragon's Prison. For turn, we're going to say a top deck to Wendy. He's locked under punishment right now, so he's free to just use this Nadir Servant whenever. Gonna activate Servant, send Entis, that's going to grab Ecclesia. And then Entis effect is going to pop the Masquerena. And then going to be thinking, response, going to let that go. And then normal summon Ecclesia, that's going to grab another punishment, so that's the third one. And then going to set it and then pass. End phase, going to Conquistador. Ooh, is he out of Lords? That would be interesting. Top deck's a dead Red Ice Fusion. We know all 3 are banished. Gonna Tribute Summon Nibiru. And then go to the battle phase, attacking over the Ecclesia. And a main phase 1, gonna use a Schism. We're not locked under punishment at the moment, so... going to banish, and that's the end of game 1. So wow, I think that means... So that's very, very good intel. We know that he's only playing 2 Golden Lord. And that, I think, is pretty standard, but the Ice Dragon's Prism straight up won the game. So, yeah, I did agree with the decision for him to not use it initially when the first time the Lord in Graveyard activated its effect. And I pointed it out. I was like, he could Conquistador, which is why he's not using the Ice Dragon's Prism there. So, really smart by Blade to hold it. Very, very smart. So, that's a great game right there. Gonna go into game 2. We're gonna see Eldlich Dragoon go first again. Opening hand for Eldlich Dragoon is gonna be Dark Magician, Walkero, Double Insight, and Droll. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just checking my Discord again, making sure top 8 isn't starting right now because I do want to commentate that live again. But this hand is really going to be Dragoon control for a while until the Eldlich stuff gets online. Droll is interesting to keep in here. I really don't think it's that great against this build, but we'll have to see. Then the opening hand for Blade is going to be Dynamiscus, Trap Trick, Punishment, Meister, Aerial. It's hard to judge the quality of these hands until it gets later into the game, but Dynamiscus is nice for sure. Aerial could be devastating, so definitely got to watch out for that. Meister going to be good here too, like in the early stages. Going to activate Red Eyes Insight, that's going to send Wyvern to add Fusion. And then going to activate Fusion Effect, that's going to send Materials, 1 from hand, which never feels great. But that's going to summon the Dragoon. Then going to set Walkero and pass. For turn, the top deck's going to be Ice Dragon's Prison, that's great. So that's a good way to force out Dragoon or eventually out it if he's playing 3 of it. Going to set 4 and then pass. And then end phase is going to activate Walkero. That's going to summon itself to the board. And then draws a copy of Solemn Judgment. Quite good. Going to link away for Link Spider with the Walkero. And then normal summon Droll. And then going to make a link play for Verite Anaconda. So he's playing Magicalized then probably. Going to punishment the Verite on summon. And then going to let that resolve. So... that's going to send Alcalone to get rid of Verite, and then Alcalone effect to get a Schism, and then banish or pitch Aerial, sorry, and then Area effect is going to banish. Target Walkero, Wyvern, and Link Spider. So that cuts off all the Eldritch stuff. So he's basically just playing Dragoon control. But he's being super disciplined about this, which is also smart on his part, because if he uses anything, he just instantly loses to Ice Dragon's Prison. So Trey's playing this really well too. Both players playing this match very, very smartly. You love to see that. That's why they're in top 16, of course. They're going to attack and then set Solemn Judgment and then pass. For turn, we're going to see a top deck Trap Trick, another one, so that's kind of dead at the moment. Yeah, gonna have to play the waiting game a little bit, but Schism is now live, so going to be able to set it. That was grabbed after the app clone, of course, and then pass. Oh, with a top deck Cosmic, that's going to be a great answer to it. So Schism would have been a nice answer to pair with the Ice Dragon's Prison, because obviously when you summon Winda, you can just non-target send Dragoon, but that is the ripe top deck. That is perfect. I mean, you already had the Judgment, but like that's a really, really good one, because you want to save this for other stuff. Gonna Cosmic, targeting the card you just set in the standby phase, because this can only be used in the main phase. And then going to chain Ice Dragon's Prison to that. Target Dark Magician, and then going to chain the Dragoon. Yeah, and then that's going to pitch the Insight to negate, and then going to chain Schism. Yeah, it is standby phase, yeah. So, well played there by Trey for sure. Now the outs are gone. I think Blade, yeah, just didn't realize they were not in main phase. Yeah, and that's going to be huge, actually, because now Blade just doesn't really have solid answers, unless if he plays 2 more Ice Dragon's Prison, in which case that would be good, if not for the Solemn Judgment. So it really is that Cosmic that was the good top deck there. Because if he had to burn Judgment on one of these 2, then he wouldn't have it for the second Ice Dragons. Really, really solid stuff. This is a great game, great match. Gonna attack with Dragoon. It's 4K, and then gonna pass. End phase, gonna Trap Trick. Gonna grab Shadow Games instead to try and accelerate the engine a little bit. Shadow Games, that's gonna activate to send Hedgehog, I think. Wait, what just happened there? I am confused. Wait, how did that get summoned? Did he mean to send Wendy and then Wendy summon this? Let me check this real fast. I'm very, very confused. Okay, so activate Trap Trick, banish Sinister Shadow Games, declare it, and then just special summoned Hedgehog. I think Blade meant to send Wendy and then summon Hedgehog off the Wendy. So let's... Yeah, that's kind of weird. Neither player caught it. But let's see. The top deck was a Wendy. Hedgehog. Thinking on the summon here. Because that can grab Shaddoll Fusion. Solemn Judgment going to be used. And then going to set Trap Trick. Alright, so in the end, I don't think it's going to matter. There would just be a Wendy engrave. I think he just skipped a step. Going to set Trap Trick and pass. For turn, going to draw Golden Lord. And then go to battle phase. Attempt to end the game. Going to Trap Trick. And that's going to be it. Yeah, because whatever he sets just gets negated by Dragoon. Doesn't matter what card it is, because that's going to be the last trap due to Trap Trick. And even then, the Dynamiscus wasn't going to do anything. So moving to game 3. Super, super good match so far. Both players tied at 1-1. If you guys are enjoying this commentary, definitely be sure to like the video and subscribe for more LCS commentaries for the top cut. But moving to game 3 real fast, we're going to see Trap Shaddoll go first. Hand is going to be Beast, Prison, Ash, Judgment, Sinister Shadow Games. A bit slow, and this is like not the one you want to draw, but it's all right. And then the Eldlich hand is going to be Conquistador, Scarlet, Cosmic, Ash, and Golden Lord. So quite good. No Red Ice Fusion though. Blade's going to set 3 and pass. And then this is actually a very great match. For turn, going to draw another copy of Conch. Going to start off by setting 2 and passing. End phase going to Sinister Shadow Games. That's going to send Wendy. And then Ash is going to be used. Draws Heavy Storm Duster. That's a good tempo card. But it is against Eldlich. Going to set it and then pass. Scarlet going to be used in the end phase to summon out Golden Lord. And then going to draw Red Ice Fusion, but has the Ash for it. After Red Ice Fusion, that's going to be Ashed. And then Battle Phase, going to attack in for 25. And then Main Phase 2, going to pass, using Scarlet in the end phase for Wakero. And then gonna draw another copy of Ash. So really just not finding any engine cards. Blade is very far behind right now. End phase is gonna walk Hero after passing. That's gonna banish the Wendy. And then draws Triple Tactics. Very fascinating. I guess it works with like the hand traps, but also the Shaddoll floating stuff. Gonna go to battle phase, attack for 18 and 25. Does Blade take this? Gonna Heavy Storm Duster, target the 2 traps. Gonna let that go, and then attack for 25. There, of course, are still considered traps. And then going to main phase 2, set, and then go to the end phase and pass. Gonna use both the Golden Land traps to set White Destiny and Scarlet, and then pass turn. Draws Knight of your Servant, very good draw. So that is going to allow him to send a copy of App Clone to search Ecclesia. And App Clone triggers here. That's going to grab Schism and then send probably the Beast. Beast effect to draw 1. Draws Punishment. Not a great draw because that was already going to be searched, but it's another one just in case. Going to grab Punishment off the Ecclesia that was normal summoned. And then from here, going to set 3 and then pass. Thingy on the end phase here, it looks like. Going to Scarlet. That's going to summon out Ash. We did see Fiber game 1 off the Extravagant Banish. Speaking of which, that's going to be the top deck. So going to banish 6. That's going to be met with Ash. And then going to change Scarlet. That's going to set Conquistador. And then from here, going to activate Talent to take. Because it doesn't make sense to draw. Because we got to try and go for game. I think we could have maybe drawn. But I think taking is a good play for sure. Because we can go into Fiber plays or just go into BLS straight up. Pretty good. Oh, but this Solemn Judgment going to come down to negate it. So yeah, that would have been end of the game right there. Lord Effect in Graveyard next. That's going to go for the Conquistador. That was just set this turn. Going to go to battle phase. End of main 1. Going to activate Schism. So asking if he's using it on the flip, he is. So we're going to chain Cosmic Cyclone to get rid of the Schism. And then going to go to battle phase and try and attack for game. Going to activate Ice Dragon's Prison, targeting Ash. And then in response, going to chain White Destiny on the Ash that was targeted, thereby removing the Ice Dragon's Prison target so it can't summon and then banish the board. And then going to try and attack for game again, but going to be using Dogmatic of Punishment, targeting Ash. But Conquistador, the last card, going to pop his own Ash, so he can't send because it can't check the attack value. And the last card is another punishment, so that is going to be the end of the match. What a crazy best 2 out of 3. Super well played by both players, really good. I'm sorry if this seemed a little bit rushed, but I do want to just make sure that, this match is finished on time so I can watch top 8. But that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. See you guys.